We have transits that are representing the karmic influence in our everyday life. And also, there is a quality of time that is responsible for dharma. So dharma means purpose. So we have karma and we have dharma. And they are like a horizontal reality that we experience through transits. Everyday planetary transits are bringing us some kind of karmic influences. However, when we are talking about dharma, we need to understand the quality of the day, what the day actually wants us to do. Once we understand that quality and we attune ourselves to that purpose of the day, we are becoming karma-free. How many times have you experienced the change of a mood and change of the energy during the day? Many times. It is happening basically on a daily level. We change our energy due to transits, planetary movements that are correlating to our natal chart. So what we want to see actually is the shape of the time, and astrology is the science that actually provides us the answer to it. We understand that the time has its own shape. Time is not the same for everyone. Time has its own quality for every single person. And this is based on our natal chart and the planetary movements that are happening at every single time that we call transits. That's why, in order to understand the shape of time, which basically creates the shape of our life story, the shape of our destiny even, we need to understand the planetary movements and see how they afflict us or how they help us to improve our qualities, all of that. So once we understand the quality of that, we can start driving our own life, our own natal chart. This is the way how we learn how to drive our own personal destiny instead of just experiencing what is happening to us. It is very important to know what is coming from our everyday life, but also it is important to understand the purpose of every single day. Because once we understand the purpose, we are becoming karma-free. And this is what I want to talk to you today. What are the planetary transits that we feel the most? The answer is the moon. Lunar transits are very sensitive in our everyday life. We understand the life through the moon. We feel the things. These transits are responsible for everyday mood that we have. So they are most important, but they are not the most powerful. So they are important because we receive all the messages through lunar transits every single hour of the day. Moon is changing and giving us everyday feelings and relationships and something that we experience on a daily basis. However, there are other transits that are deeper, they are more powerful, but they are not so fast. Of course, some are faster than the others. If we are talking about Mercury or Venus or Sun, yes, we can see the changes. They are important. They bring some more important events to us, but not on every single day. And then we have transits of even slower planets like Mars or Jupiter. They are important, deeper, they have deeper meaning to us, but they will happen once in a while. The slowest planets are the deepest in us, but we cannot expect them on everyday life, even not in every year. I'm talking about Saturn's transits, Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto transits. Some of them are so slow that when they happen, they create life-changing experiences in us. So they are very deep. They are not those that we experience on a regular daily basis. When we understand those qualities that shape the time, we understand what we can do in our life in order to balance all of them. With some of them, like with the moon, we can connect on everyday reality. And if you learn how to work with the moon, we will learn also how to work with the other aspects as well. We have transits that are representing the karmic influence in our everyday life. And also, there is a quality of time that is responsible for dharma. So dharma means purpose. So we have karma and we have dharma, and they are like a horizontal reality that we experience through transits. Everyday planetary transits are bringing us some kind of karmic influences. That's like a story of cause and effect. That's what we experience with the transits. However, when we are talking about dharma, we need to understand the quality of the day, what the day actually wants us to do. Once we understand that quality and we attune ourselves to that purpose of the day, we are becoming karma free. And this is the best way how we can actually change the challenging karmic influence that we may have, introducing the purpose of the day. Once we start living with that quality, all the other influences are fading. They are not as strong as they could have been. Depending on the quality of purpose of the day we are capable to live. That's why, as astrologers, we need to understand both qualities. Karmic quality of the day and the dharmic one. Dharmic means the purpose of the day. We may ask ourselves, what is the structure of the verticality of time? So we call it verticality because it is not part of the regular cause and effect quality that we experience through our transits, through our everyday life. It is basically made out of pure presence. If you take the presence as the quality, like a physical quality, and then you make the entire life based on that quality of presence, you get the quality of verticality. And that's totally different reality that is permeating through any kind of karmic memory that we have. In every karma, we have that dharma. Purpose is something that we need to find. So there is a code how to find it. That specific code we can learn if we understand the quality of the day by the planetary rulership of the day and also the quality of the date itself. So that's what we have. Every single day we have a planet that rules over that day. Let's say Monday, this day is ruled by the moon. Tuesday is ruled by Mars, etc. So in all traditions, basically, all over the world, we always have these 7 days and also the 7 qualities of planets that are ruled by them. So this is one part of it. And the other part is to understand the quality of the date itself. When we combine both of them, we got universal codes that are opening us toward the purpose of the day. In my calendar for every year, I'm writing also about that verticality of the day. I call them vertical time, and they are here to guide us how to find the purpose. What is the purpose of this day? How to align myself with the purpose? What should I do in our regular relationship that I have with other people? How to introduce that purpose? And what is important is that just by changing some small things that we do in everyday life, just emphasizing some other qualities that are purposeful in that life, we basically attune ourselves, our energy, to work differently, not to work into the line of cause and effect and like unconsciously going into the karmic memory, but rather connecting our energy, attuning our energy to the more purposeful quality of the day. And once we do that, once we achieve that, we are not feeding that karmic memory anymore, because we feed the karma unconsciously, we support the karma. We basically sign that we agree that these karmic stories happens to us. So how can we change that? This is the thing, by changing our energy, by changing our vibration. And that's what we learn with those codes, how to change the vibration, how to change something that I do unconsciously on everyday life. That's why we have certain prescription, I would say, how to make those verticals, those qualities active, alive in every day by certain kind of actions. Very often in different relationships, we just introduce new quality of how we relate, and then we change the vibration. Otherwise, if we do not change the vibration, things are going to happen just as it is written in our chart, in our natal chart. Sometimes it is not very great if these things happens that way, because sometimes we have very challenging karma and we would rather actually experience something else. But we need to change ourselves for that. And that's what we do using these verticals of time. So every day in a year has its own quality, has its own vertical, has its own message. And it is nicely described by certain codes. If you just look the calendar, you will see the codes for every given day, and then you can read more about those codes at the end of the book. You have description, what does that code mean basically. But you just learn how to connect with the vibration of that code, how to tune yourself with that. Even if you have any challenging aspects on a horizontal level, don't worry. You are gonna be karma free. You just learn how to live life on a more purposeful way. This is so important for us. Just remember one thing, karma and dharma are always working together, and it is just on us. If we are more open toward the purpose in our life, or just following the stream of cause and effect, and just this memory that repeats itself. That's why I'm introducing this concept to be lived in our everyday life as something very practical that can help our lives become more purposeful and more beautiful on every single day.